Okay, welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. Definitely send out a personal invite to your brand partners to let them know that this call is happening. And I'd love to open it up just to share, to shout ourselves out here in this first few minutes, or shout out anyone on your team and just do a little celebration where we can recognize each other. So I'm going to open it up. And I can
I'm real
text
close
you.
to executive again, and so that should be no problem putting in a few more, shares. And then my goal is to develop and sign up this brand partner from this morning. She's interested, her husband's interested, and they both want it. They want it.
I love it. Yay. Awesome, Bob. That's a huge celebration. Congratulations. A couple more wins or celebrations or shouting out yourself or your team.
It's
I
not
would
my,
like,
oh, go ahead.
I think,
I would
should I
like to shout
go?
out my team. This is Rebecca. I'd like to shout out my team because they are motivating me. And you can look upline and be like, wow, to be a crown, and of course it's motivating to see what that produces, but they're different kinds.
Oops, we lost you there, but Rebecca, you're on mute.
Huh, that was wild. It did it on its own. To have each of our respective paths of how we've gotten to where we've gotten to is one thing, but sometimes I think, gosh, how is anybody going to duplicate what I did? What I did was great, but it was not probably the best way. And every day I get in my back office, there's so much to celebrate because the women below me are fearless. And it's just really empowering me. So now I not only have that top down inspiration, but that bottom up inspiration. So feeling full in that way.
I love that, Rebecca. And this business is all about uplifting other people in their dreams and their vision and how we can be of service. So I love that you're having that team run together and supporting each other. It's so reciprocal and fun. So it's beautiful. Shannon, go ahead.
Okay, so I think we're all team members. So, but, and I don't know where she went. Well, maybe I'll come back. She's gone. I'm going to wait till she's here. I'll come back.
I'm going to chime in and just echo what Rebecca said. I feel so blessed to have such an amazing team. I mean, above, below, beside, all surrounded by just these incredible, inspiring, passion-driven, beautiful human beings. And Kayleen, who's on right now, she hit director, and it was like just so cruiser, and she made it look so easy, and it just inspired. I feel like it was inspired everyone. Her wonderful new brand partner Alexa is just has such a beautiful, pure vision and heart. And I mean, we had a conversation, and it was like all it was just flowing from her with ease, and that just seems to be going through just in my immediate lineage, up and down, but also when I'm talking to everybody else. So I think we all have this really special momentum that's happening right now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Linz. It's been so beautiful to watch you in momentum, and we're going to learn and hear more about that, but it's a powerful feeling when that momentum ignites. So, all right. Yay.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So I just didn't see her. So Michelle Rowland has been like so inspirational to me. I really wanted to shout her out, and I've told her, but I want her to hear it from my voice. Just watching her like really thrive and like the flowers so nicely bloomed. And I just want to say thank you. Lindsay too. Thank you so much for for being my, helping pump me up. I really appreciate it.
I love it. I want to echo what everybody is saying. And well, Lindsay, like what a treat to hear your voice twice today. And yeah, I just really am feeling that too, of like what a powerful, special, lovely group of human beings. We are doing incredible work on the planet. So thanks for bringing light to that. Rebecca, I'm so excited for you. I know you're building it and you're going to be there. So I just love how you're showing up for
What?
it, and you were really inspiring on the call we had just a few minutes ago. And Shannon, you are like everywhere. You are like totally support everybody. You're on everybody's feeds and comments and posts, and you're just, girlfriend, you are so solid. And I really want to highlight that. And I want to congratulate Camille for, becoming a regenerative health professional and, deepening her business and her practice, and just the transformation in you, like watching you go through this and how you're showing up, and just, you've always been consistent with social media. I've always admired you just doing it no matter what, whether you knew what you were doing or not. So, and I really appreciate everybody on this call. So if I didn't say your name, it's not because I don't see you or recognize you. I love you guys, all of you. I'm just happy to be here. And I'm going to hoping to re-rank Blue Diamond this month.
Woo! Yeah, Michelle. All right. Well, I love this community and everyone here. Thank you for shouting each other up. We're definitely here to all uplift each other. That's what this is all about. And I want to open it up to a few shares. We've had so much amazing success this month, and people who are either having personal, internal transformational wins and breakthroughs, or they're hitting, new personal goals or new advancements. And I wanted to open it up to Lindsay Hartnett first, because you and your team have just been on fire, and again, just creating so much momentum. And I want to know, a few of your top tips for re-ranking Diamond, and also setting yourself up moving forward as green is definitely on its way. And, what has been some internal shifts for you, or some things that have helped you to just ignite this massive momentum that's happening in your life and in your team?
Thanks, Rita. Well, I obviously could not do it without your support. You are just unwavering, steady, and I am so grateful for you. And I have to start by saying the breakthrough doesn't come without a breakdown, as far as I've experienced. And I was hopeless. I was like, what is happening? Am I having a midlife crisis? And I took I sent a text to Rita on January 6th, and I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I can do this. I think I need to switch my career in this. And I also have a small business. And so she said, hey, can you talk? Got on the phone, didn't push anything, but just asked me questions that got my mind going. And so I thought, okay, Rita always has given me these incredibly valuable tips, and I meet a lot of them with resistance. So I'm going to do this and not have resistance this time. And when I did my first Diamond run, the one thing I did every day was journal. And that was a tip that Mary Beth gave to me. And so I have been doing that this month every day, just getting so clear. And what we're doing here is supporting each other. And we can't, what I found is it's really hard to support when you feel full and like you're carrying too much, and which I totally was. So I've been learning to let go. I mean, exactly what we're doing with our nutrition, right? Just detoxing completely so I can hold space for my team. And now it's become this act of deep compassion where I just get to support the people and get to know their visions, and through this you know, deep, authentic listening. And it's just been so, I have space for the joy because I'm clearing the other things out. So I would say journaling is probably the easiest thing just to add in. 5-minute mind dump. I like to sit and just observe for a few moments first thing in the morning, have a cup of herbal tea, and then just write and see what comes out. And sometimes it's, all of my resistances, and I get to see like, oh, this is where I met that, this is where I met that, and kind of explore those. And sometimes it's, just a blue sky thinking, what would I do if I could do anything in the world? What are my values? Really just going deep on that. Sometimes it's, if I'm having a struggle, one example is I'm sick of being poor and having to make decisions because I can't afford something. And I feel like I have too much to offer to feel that kind of resistance. So exploring where that resistance is coming from. My balance is my mantra for the year. Just the words that keeps coming back to me. Balance, balance, balance. And with that, I tell myself, just because I can doesn't mean I have to. So having that moment to think, and sometimes that means I need to say, I said this with Michelle later, I was like, I need to go ski on it. I need to clear my mind and just be totally fresh and come to it with a fresh mind. And the other part of that is trying to be not react, but respond. So giving myself the space so that I can come back in a responsive way, not a reactive way. And all of these things have kind of been things that have come to me in the past, things I've been working at for a long time, but everything just kind of has seemed to click when I realized, okay, I don't want to be resistant. I'm going to do it what everyone else has, the successful people in this business, saying for years. So it's been so much fun to just listen to my team and get to hear where their purpose is. And we are potent. We don't have to do things the way that we've been told our whole lives. Like, this works, and it's really exciting.
Yeehaw, Lindsay. I love you so much. Lindsay is a dear soul sister. We've known each other for so many years and just have been on incredible, amazing amounts of adventures together, and working together in business has been one of the funnest adventures because we've gotten to learn each other at such a deep level and go so much deeper, right? Because this work does bring out our fears, our limiting beliefs, our resistances, and the things that we're here to release or let go of so we can move to the next level of our own greatness, the next level of our own freedom. So working with you hand in hand, Lindsay, has been awesome throughout that journey. And I love, what you shared. I think the biggest tip I've also learned is learning how to lean into the resistance, because the resistance is where our biggest gifts are. That's where the deepest gold lies. And sometimes, usually always, it's scary. It's scary to lean into that resistance because either we're protecting ourselves emotionally from feeling something, or it's just moving us through some fear or some trauma or some belief that we've pretty much carried our whole lives, And so this work is a way to move through those resistances in a gentle and compassionate and loving way to get to new levels of our own freedom. So it's been so cool to watch you do that, Lindsay. And then the journaling, 5-minute journaling, just doing a mind dump, writing down your resistances, writing down your dreams, writing down what you want to create and where you're headed as though it already is, and just clearing out space of the clutter so we can create, so we can show up in our genius or be that kind of hollow reed as you were referring to. So I love that tip. And then the healthy boundaries, the healthier boundaries we have, learning how to say that sacred no so that we can say yes to the things that we truly want to say yes to, and creating those boundaries to uplift your own well-being so that you can be of service. That's huge. And then listening is key. Like that's really all we're doing here, is providing space for other people to shine in their greatness. So thank you, Lindsay. Those are gold. And I would love either Lisa or Rebecca, if you're on, to introduce Casey, who also just hit a Fast Start Director.
Hey Rita, I can do that. My name's Lisa. Hi everyone. So I'm part of Rebecca's team, and she's just been a super awesome coach. I can't believe just the joy of how she emanates it around her and through her, and on the screen and off the screen. We know she's doing amazing things every day. And so that's carried over into my spirit as well. And I'm just joyfully uplifted by her every time we connect. And so wanting so deeply to connect other friends of mine with a woman who's so faithful and so on fire, and just so diligent in seeking truth, that who doesn't want to meet Rebecca is kind of the thing that I'm like, who can I introduce her to? And so I love that, Lindsay, how you shared about potency before, and knowing that we all have such potency within us. And like you're saying too, Rita, about where those deep resistances are. And that's oftentimes the place of the greatest joy that will be released from us when those crosses are met with the right attitude, and then the right grace as well, and conviction and belief that we really hold what's true here. So I want to introduce you to a dear friend of mine, Casey, and she's just been on fire in the last month, especially. It's been a delight to see her. And what was really special when first we met discussing the business side of it is that wasn't something she was looking at initially. And I just non-discriminately share it with everyone, and I never know where it's going to land, but you throw those seeds out there and we water them through conversation. And eventually she came around and was like, well, tell me more about this. And so we were able to line up a Business Connect call with Rebecca. And it was just so fun to hear Casey when we got to the part about just seeing where she was at with things. She already had her vision statement written out. She's like, can I show it to you? Before we were at the vision statement, like we didn't even ask her. And this woman had already got it together. And then talking about her funnel of friends that she wanted to share it with, she was already doing that. And so I was like, I am going to ride on the coattails of this woman insofar as I'm going to pick up pointers from her, because she's doing it before she's even knowing that this is part of the process. So it was so delightful for us to connect that way. Casey, I'll let you take it away and share what's joyfully alive in your heart today, and what's propelling you to this level, and where you're going next.
Okay, so you can hear me, right? I'm still figuring all this out. So thank you so much, Lisa. And I just want to share, like, this completely takes me out of my comfort zone. So I like talking to people, but I do not like being the center of attention. So I'll just introduce myself quick. My name's Casey. I'm a mother of 4. We have 1 on the way. This is actually my first pregnancy with my autoimmune disease. So if anyone wants to extend prayers for me and baby, that would be really great. So the past 10 years, I've been a stay-at-home mom. In the last 5, I've been homeschooling my kids. And my why is, so last January, I found out that I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And yeah, I ended up getting the only way I found out that I had that was through like, I went a different route. So I went through functional medicine, and then I talked to Lisa, and then she was telling me about regenerative health. So that's when I was introduced to like how your body can regenerate, right? And if we give what the body needs, like it's possible for healing to happen. So right now that's where I'm at. Like I ended up making my appointment, but then I found out I'm pregnant. So my body is gonna have to wait to do like extra heavy detoxing here, and until then I'm just really focusing on the superfoods. So I think the first tip, I have a little note sheet here so I don't get lost, but is I think just team. Like I've realized like how important your team is. Like I know for a fact that like I definitely wouldn't have been able to make my goal without Tyra and Anthony. So I just wanted to say like Tyra and Anthony are just on fire, and they're sharing their story, and they're inspired to better their health. And I just think it's really great. We've been really good friends, and we've got to share a lot of our health journey. And it's just fun to be working alongside them and growing together in that way. And I wanted to say thanks to Lisa too. I'm actually on my phone and I'm like looking at Lisa because like she's so comforting to me. Like she just always has this smile on her face. And she's just always been so uplifting and encouraging. And that definitely is one of her gifts. So thanks, Lisa. And I did want to send out a shout out to Rebecca, Camille, and Anna. They've always been such great mentors and just really great to be there when I have any questions. So thank you so much. So I guess the first part is thinking about like this whole process has made me think more like, okay, well, who do I want to be on this journey with me? Who do I want to be on my team? And yeah, so it's extending your team and sharing the products with people, and really just finding other people that really want to help other people. The second one I would say is don't be scared to share your own journey and your own story. Just being very vulnerable and opening yourself up to like what you're doing, you know, like with your health, and you know, like maybe some of the improvements you've been seeing, you know, like with the Purium products, and yeah, just being real open to discuss those things. And the third one, I feel like this is a bigger passion of mine lately, is just educating people about alternative healthcare. And the main reason I say that is because when I was going through modern medicine, I found out, you know, like I wouldn't have found out about Hashimoto's. So they only do the 2 thyroid tests. And then like when I went through functional medicine, it's either 8 or 10. And I've heard so many women say like that they've gotten their thyroid tested, and thanks, Tyra. They've gotten their thyroid tested and like their results come back just fine. Well, the last 10 years, my results have come back just fine, you know, until I seeked alternative care. So I myself, I'm just thankful that we have different options. So I started with functional medicine, and then Lisa introduced me to regenerative health. So it's just nice to have more eggs in your basket. Like, what else can I do to better my health? Like I'm bound and determined that I'm not going to die with Hashimoto's. So what can I do now to get my body back to normal? Let's see. And also, I feel like we all, at least, I mean, a lot of us really want to help people. So part of sharing that, you know, like different health options, like so many people don't know there are other healthcare options. They really only think like, okay, well, I have health insurance and this is the road I'm going to go, but they don't think of another option. So it's like, I just feel like it's like my job now to help people find different routes for their health. So one of my friends who was a customer this month, she's been struggling with ups and downs within her own health. And, you know, like I just mentioned regenerative health to her, and right away it's like she's been searching for something different that's going to help her because she's already tried different routes. So she ended up, I mentioned the Purium products, and she was on board right away. And that was just like an easy way. Like I felt good helping her, and she was so thankful, and she feels like she's actually getting to the root of like her illness, which no one else was able to help her with. So it's just nice to see, I don't know, it's nice to be appreciated, but also it's nice to see people, you know, like not lose hope anymore. You know, like her hope has been regained, and she sees like there's something I can do. She doesn't feel stuck anymore. And then I would also say, if you can try and make time for your lives and your share because you care, that's really helped me. I haven't been perfect at it. I actually went from doing no social media to like, well, I think I better start doing social media again because I think this would really help my business. So yeah, I would really recommend doing that because there really are so many points you can gain by consistently doing that. And that's one area it's like I'm starting to make videos and going live, and it never, I don't know, I always just get a little bit nervous. So I think it's just something I keep telling myself, like, it's okay to pull yourself out of your comfort zone because it helps you grow. So like, even though I'm shaking here on the phone, like, hopefully it'll help me grow in different ways. So, you know, I'm just a month into this and I'm still learning a lot, but I just hope, even in the future, as I'm still using these products, that like, I'll be able to tell people that I was able to overcome my Hashimoto's, and it will be an amazing feeling. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Casey, and congratulations. I love your share. What I really gained from all of that, those wisdom and tips is, you know, leading with your why, sharing your heart, why you're doing this. And then who do you want to link arms with? Who else can you uplift in their dreams and their vision? And, you know, you get to choose who you get to work with here. So, oops. So supporting your team and their goals and their visions and their success, and then sharing your story with others and sharing other people's story. That's huge. And then sharing education and just letting people know that there are options and letting people make a decision for themselves, but just letting them know there are options. And then leaning into those systems of duplication, which are the promotions, the share because you care, and working with your mentors and doing the things that make you scared, because that's where the growth comes. That's where the success comes. So stepping out of that comfort zone. So thank you, Casey. Those are beautiful tips. And I want to highlight another voice today, Laura Guccione. She has just been rocking it as usual. And, you know, she re-ranked Diamond early in the month, same as Lindsay. And she's also setting herself up for Green Diamond. So Laura, would love to hear your top tips of like what's really fueling you and what's supporting you.
Thanks, Rita. I loved hearing that last woman too. I didn't catch her name, but she's with Rebecca, so she's all good. My top tips that I was talking about, this new thing I've been doing, it's been really helpful for me. And that's every Sunday night, I go through my list of who I'm going to reach out to this week. And I'm having an average of 40. And I think that's a really good number, because one of my other tips is I try to get in 8 reach outs before noon. Then I have my customer follow-ups and my current customer, how you doing, check-ins. So those can happen later in the day, but I want to get my reach outs in before 8 o'clock. And that's been really good. And what I've been doing that's also helped me a lot is every night I will go through who did I talk to today and how did I reach out to them. And what I'm noticing is I'm always adding new people to who I'm going to call tomorrow or the next day. It's never, I'm never, I have more people to reach out to than I do. Like there's always more. And I think that's energy, compounding energy, because people are coming to us and to me, and especially as brand partners lately, just because I'm putting it out there. And that was a tip I gave Michelle and Bob today, because we had a wonderful team call last night. How can we get more brand partners? What if I want to build up brand partners? What would I do? And I think the simple act of me really looking at how to create a fast start director and writing out the plan, writing out all the different methods that I can do to get there has paved the energetic way for suddenly 3 new brand partners to reach out to me. And one of them was somebody from Facebook that had been following me that I didn't even know. And another was somebody who's been using the products for a long time. So this is telling me that just by putting that out there, I have it. And we were also talking, really praying in the mornings because we don't know who needs this sometimes. We don't know. So knowing that we're receptive to people that are asking for this. And I can give just one quick example. Am I talking too long? Okay. One quick example is a brand partner today said, this is a super busy executive and he doesn't have time to take care of himself. He's an executive coach. He's going, but I know he needs this. And I said, I think it's hard for people to ask for help. And they don't even know how to articulate the request that their body needs, but they're energetically putting out, I need help. I need help. And you heard that. So be aware of that and compassionately help that customer know that you have solutions, and with a lot of respect.
That's so powerful, Laura. Thank you. Was that your full share?
Yep.
Awesome.
And I'm so psyched on my team too. I'm in love with my team.
I know, me too. Full
We're
team
having-
is amazing.
Yeah.
Can I add something to what Laura just said? Literally
Michelle.
like 2 hours ago, I just got coaching on this. And when Ford first developed the automobile, like if you asked, oh good, I hope I don't botch this. I'm gonna really try and do this right. If you asked the market at that time what they needed, they would have said a faster horse. But if you asked Ford what they needed an automobile. And so the lesson there, like I'm totally consolidating this, but it's like coach your market. Like they don't, like exactly what you just said, Laura, like most people don't know how to articulate what it is that they want or need or their body needs. And it literally is a shift that can be solved with some liquid sunshine. And then once they get it in, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I need. Like it leads to all the other shifts that they were wanting in their life. So it's like, it just reminded me of that, like coach the market. Like that's why I'm pulling out of that. I don't know if that helps anybody, but thanks.
Totally.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is what we've been saying, like listen to what they say they need. You can see maybe what they need also, reiterate it to them. Is this what you're saying you need? And then when they tell you yes, then you give them options to fulfill their need that you have for them. Is that right?
Yeah, active listening. I love it. And, and it's true. It is really hard for people to ask for help or for what they need. Most people are not wearing their problems on their sleeves. So leaning in with that compassion and that respect, as Laura was saying, and figuring out like, how can we be of service? That's huge. So I just want to kind of summarize a little bit of what you were sharing, Laura and Michelle and Shannon, because those are all so potent. But every Sunday, going through her list of who she's going to reach out to, that's a really good practice. That's gold. Every Sunday, like setting yourself up for the week, setting yourself up for success. And her magic number for her is reaching out to around 40 people for the week. And then she does 8 reach outs by noon. Is that correct, Laura? 8 reach outs by noon. What a great habit. So Laura is leaning on her habits of success to create that success. So she's developing these habits. That's huge. And then reviewing at nighttime, who did I talk to and how did I reach out to? And then new people are going to come to her list. And then I love this next one, really having the vision of how to set people up for success the second they get in here, before they get in here. So knowing that fast start to director and how that's paving the way for her to help more people, and these people are reaching out to her. So that's huge, setting that intention. And again, we just don't know who needs this, and people are not always asking for help. So thank you. These are awesome. And Miss Michelle, could you share just a quick 10 minutes about Peeps? Because I think this is going to be really helpful for everyone.
Yeah, we've got some updates. So you guys know that they released Peeps, and this was really like Naiva's and Dave's baby going into a reservation and trying to change the trajectory of the high rate of diabetes and things like that. And so this scholarship really went in there as a pilot program. Last year at Diamond Club, they announced that they had been doing this and the results. And if any of you are on the Million Mom Movement, maybe a month ago, we actually had the Chasing Horse family on their 1-year anniversary. So it's going to choking me up to even talk about it. But really, really amazing transformations. And so we just rolled it out pretty quickly to everyone. And it's just kind of been this landing page where everybody's like, I don't know what this is. So I've been working with Naiva and Leslie Zan on the documents. And so now if you go to the Peeps landing page, and you guys can pull this up while we're on the call together. I think it's just iShareParian/Peeps, but there's also /Peeps-BP. So if you can pull up both pages, now it has a very comprehensive, detailed outline for your prospects. And on the BP page, it has everything from how to do the connect call worksheet, what you fill in, how you nominate. And at the bottom, there's a link to the modules. So anybody can go through the training modules. The Peeps just have to do it they have to answer questions and do certain things, and then they get their fruit and veggie pack. And then the second month, it's they answer questions, they watch a video, they do their thing, they come to the meeting, and then they get a Core 4. And then the third month, they pop into a brand partner. So this is if you're interested or you work with low socioeconomic communities, or all different kinds of communities in need, that this is more of a long game. You're laying foundation. I know one of our council members she's already had 8 people started to go through it. So this is something where you're building a foundation of brand partners. But the nice thing is that they've made the modules available to everybody. So you can just go through them at your own pace. You could do it as more of a fast start, but it's really, really remarkable how detailed and everything is now. So I really want to encourage you guys to take a look at this, maybe go through the modules. You can even go through the nomination form or the application form and just type in mock form, and we'll get it, and we'll just understand that you guys were just trying to go through the process and see what the process is so you can help lead others through it. But just help us differentiate it as being that. But I really wanted to encourage you all. And one of my brand partners has a brand, somebody in our lineage is already working as a health coach with a Native American community and the casinos. And a point that she brought up recently that I think is worth noting is that especially those populations that have casinos, a lot of that money has to go back into the community in one way or another. But the stark contrast that she's noticing is that the employees of the casinos are Native American, and in their break room, it's sodas. It's like there's nothing healthy available to them. They have the highest rate of diabetes. So she's going in and really trying to reshape the culture of these things, but also there's a tremendous amount of funding that goes back into the families. They just need to apply for it, or there's so there's a huge opportunity here, I think, for all of us, especially if you're into that kind of a heart project, and you want to create a really strong, lasting lineage, that these are places to go into, and this scholarship can really support you in doing that heart project work, playing the long game, not counting on whether they're going to sell a pack. Those points don't even count for a few months until they start selling something. So it's not for that. It's more of like your service arm of your business, but it can really, really pay off. So I'm going to just stop right there, see if anybody has any questions, and I can extrapolate more. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And yeah, we'll put, Michelle, if you can put those links in the chat, that'd be amazing. And thank you so much for all the resources that you guys have provided in setting this up. This is huge. I don't know of any other company or anyone doing this. This is incredible resources for people on so many levels. So thank you.
And I want to say one more thing to let you guys all know. We want to highlight everybody else's voices, and we're actually starting to partner with different teams and people. Like right now we have a superfood cereal campaign that some people on one team is doing, and they're talking about Hulk milk, which is like the superfood milk for cereal, and making alternative milks. And that is the movement. Like, that's the thing. You guys are all doing it independently in your own households and in your own community. We want to highlight you. We want to bring that in as options for cross teams and people coming into the Million Mom movement. And so, we also have the campaign to try to redo the video. So you guys are always posting things of you and your kids, like save the clip and just send it in on the type form. So, we're not separate, and we really want to grow this movement this year, and it's going to happen. We have a lot of wonderful things coming up where you can bring Million Mom movement into your community, and we're going to have you can do lunch and learns, and we'll just have all the framework for you for live events and things like that. So we're really doing this for everybody. So thanks for participating in it. And I see, Shannon, you have your hand up.
I just had a question really quick about, I'm on my phone, it says apply here. That's what we're talking about. Just go say mock whatever I'm wanting to hit. I mean,
Yeah, in the name
section,
section, maybe
all
put
around me. So
fake account, and then you can just put, BP checking it out.
Training,
for address or whatever. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Very helpful. Thank you, Michelle. We're so grateful to you, and we're so lucky as a team to really have Michelle heading up the Million Mom movement. So thank you for all that you guys are doing. And this call, filled up quickly. So we just have a few more minutes. I wanted to pass it to Rebecca because she had a couple of tips she really wanted to share about end of the month. I'm going to share a few more tips about the end of the month and then open it up to Q&A till the end of the call. All right, Rebecca.
Hey, thanks, Rita, and everyone. Such great words of wisdom. I think what I'm coming in with that is inspiring me toward the end of the month here is just to really prioritize the points. Obviously, there are so many beautiful promos that can move the needle so far for all of us. And I look back on over 2 years worth of business and how many points I have not gathered. But I do see this duplicating in my team in that we are now going after the points. And the reason I bring this up is because there are things that are more, I'll call it go for the guaranteed. Go for the guaranteed. You know, when you submit a Widen Your Reach, you're going to get points. You know, when you do Share Because You Care, you're going to get points. Those things are so easy come. You have to take the time to do them. Again, those are so much along the lines of the personal growth that we all still need, no matter where we're at in this business. Each new day is a new adventure in learning more about ourselves and how we present and that sort of thing. But go for the guaranteed points. So prioritize that. Then you can move on to those things that are more volatile, like, will that customer actually submit her referral? And do take a page out of Camille Ferguson's playbook, because she posts on behalf of people like her father or friends. And there is a way to do that where with their permission, you can use their full name and get in there and post. And they may not even supply you a picture. I encourage my gals always be taking pictures of your Purium lifestyle. Take pictures of your kids sipping the superfoods. Take little video clips. You may not use them now, but you may need to go back and mine something up to go with the words that were finally submitted by your customer. So you get that huge whopping 75-point post from a customer. So those are a little bit more volatile. You can't count on those as much. So go with what you can count on, then move into the more of the volatile, because none of us wants to be going, I just need one more ULT, one more ULT, one more ULT. But those points of the ULT are sitting there if you go and widen your reach. So just get really clear on how much we are being incentivized and try not to leave those points on the table. And the other thing, and because I'm an athlete and I think of how many people got me to where I went athletically, there is this spirit of give back. We're doing so much to train our teams, to pour into them, to answer their questions, to funnel resources to them. And those things are beautiful and it grows us. But one distinct way that they can give back is to take some time and gather the points themselves. We are a big point sharing family. Everything grows together in this business. So go ahead and encourage your downline. Be available to them. Help drum up ideas. Be available for interviews. Just all of the things to stimulate what really is sitting there like a gold mine, especially things like Widen Your Reach, which for us brand partners not in Fast Start is going away. Wah, wah, wah. So get after it.
Yeah, Rebecca, I love it. I love you so much. So yeah, not leaving any free points on the table. And again, all those points do trickle up, so it supports your entire team. And this really is a team effort, and running together as a collective and supporting each other in all of our goals is the most fun thing ever. So link arms with, your downline, your sideline, your upline, and just run together because it's a blast. And so we have those Widen Your Reach points, which you can submit in the back office. There's great ideas for that in boards, but also just focus on practicing sharing your story, your health story, your business story, your why, your blue sky thinking of what you're working towards, what you want to create in the world, what you want your life to look like, and how you're helping others, to achieve their visions. And then we have the Share Because You Care. So just sharing those 3 testimonials, which you'll find in boards, and then submitting them in the back office. So easy. And all of these things, all of these promotions, the reason Dave and Amy do them is because they're activities that are going to help you be successful and help you to make the largest impact and help the most people. So they're literally rewarding you for habits of success. And then we have the customer referrals. I love just reaching out to customers and just asking like, hey, I know you've experienced XYZ in your transformation. Would you be willing to share in a post? And you'll also get $10 off. So and you can even do creative things like have a customer do a little mini pop-up with their friends and hop on a little mini Zoom with 3 or 4 or 5 of their friends, and you can share more and answer questions. So just have fun, get creative, just, think of how can I be of service? So those are the big ones. The next one is helping your team, like who on your team is close to a goal, whether it's a K Club goal, whether it's a rank advancement, whether, anything, just how can you help uplift them in their vision and their goals, and work together and come up with a little plan together of how you guys can achieve that. That support goes so far. So learn your back office. I just learned it by looking at it and playing with it. But if you log into your back office, you can organize it by your customers and see who is about to, lose their 25% discount, give them a little call, see how they're doing, see if they need anything to help them maintain that 25% discount. Double click on the points section, the group volume, and see who's really close to a goal and can definitely support them there. So coming up with a plan together, look on the little K Club tab in your back office and see who's close to K Club, because when you hit $1,000 in sales, you get an additional $50 bonus. When you hit $2,000 in sales, you get another $50 bonus, and so on and so forth. So those bonuses can be incredibly helpful, but really just who can you empower in their vision, and who can you help be successful? And through that, you're inevitably going to also be successful. So those are just a couple of my end of the month tips. I want to open it up for the last few minutes for questions, Q&A, if anybody popcorn style just wants to come off mute. And yeah, Rebecca said on your why and your reach, share the blue sky, share your why, share what you're walking towards. Any questions?
I think if you get the run through the tape mentality down, that is amazing. And I've been hesitant in the past going, oh, but if I put her in my funnel here, then she won't be in there next month. And it's just really a garbage mindset, because really you just see it compound month after month. Sign them up now, get them on Smart Order. We're going to do that anyway. Their sale will be there next month, and just running through the tape. And so, like Rita said, checking in just the margin that your upline is dealing with too, because while they're very appraised of all of your numbers and all of the beautiful things they're helping you to manage and get excited about, you might just be that compassionate person, like, and how can I help you? Where's the little bit of lack left in your organization? Because those, 75 points, 300 points, 500 points, man, if 3 people are doing that below you, that's a lot of volume. So check in with your upline as well, because your inspiration and your work is really going to go both ways from here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rebecca, spoken like a true leader there. So running through the tape, going beyond your own, you hit your goals and go beyond them. And Rebecca, something that I always ask whenever I'm working with anyone is, who do you know that would love to do this with you? So anytime I'm working with a customer or a brand partner, we're getting referrals. So you can set them up for success this month and then have success set up already for, the next few days and the next month. So asking for those referrals. And I love what you said, Rebecca, asking your upline, hey, how close are you to your goal? Working and running together, because that's only going to lead back into abundance and momentum in your own business. So beautiful. Mary Beth, you want to add anything?
I do. Hi, everybody. I'll just say, being through so many end of the month runs, like end of the month runs are so fun. And I know there's a lot of you on this call that have You already hit Fast Start Director. You already hit Diamond. There's 6 days left in the month, and you're kind of in that feeling of like, well, it seems like I could go for the next goal, but it seems a little bit out of reach. Well, just go for it anyway, because you would not believe how many runs I've been on at the end of the month where it's in those last few hours where things just start happening. All the free points come through. Your team shows up for you. This random person you didn't think was going to order. And I absolutely love the end of the month because of the magic that is created there. And the more times you do that run through the tape mentality, the more times it shows up. And I personally, being in this business now 4 years, I just always block off the last day of the month. Like, I'm just like, I know it's going to be a late night because I know a lot of magic is going to happen. And I know there's a lot of people I'm going to be able to support. So no matter wherever you're at in your goal, just go for that next little thing, even if it feels out of reach, because you don't know who's going to show up in your team to support you or what extra conversation is going to come through. And it's really exciting when it happens, when you didn't think it could happen. So love you all. Have an amazing last 6 days, and just happy I could be on and listen.
Thanks for being here, Mary Beth. I just want to shout her out real quick because, well, she has her new baby, Miriama, and she's been on her postpartum leave, and she's had some of her biggest months in her personal business as a collective, you know, as a whole team, and also in her personal sales, having her biggest success. And that's being very like hands off. So congratulations, Mary. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for all the voices who shared today. We really are one big team, and we all learn from each other. And Mary says we've been 2-star crown 3 months in a row. That's so awesome. So we're here for you. Reach up if you need support. We have so many resources. Jillian, so good to see you. And I look forward to, you know, continuing to uplift everyone's voices here and learn everyone's why. So let's dive in. Let's go for it. Anything's possible. I have to say, a lot of the ranks that I've hit throughout my time here has been in the last minutes of the month, like 11:58, 11:59, you know, PM. So just don't give up. It's really fun at the end. So love you all, and we'll see you guys next week. And I am hosting a call this evening. So if you want something to invite to, I'm hosting an iridology call, which is looking at our eyes to see all the systems of our body. It's so fun and educational. And so we're going to look at generational health and nutrition and learning about all the systems of our body through iridology. So invite current customers, invite guests, invite brand partners, invite people that are in the transformation. And I look forward to seeing you guys all. That will all be in the We on Fire thread. Bye.